It takes courage to get what you want and to change your life. You won't get that promotion, get that new job, or get the man or woman of your dreams without a little courage. I'm not talking about the courage of a soldier on the battlefield. I'm talking about normal, everyday courage. This is the courage to ask your boss for a raise, submit your resume for a new job, or pick up the phone and ask her or him for a date. Yes, ladies, it's okay for you to ask a man out. Ladies, I know some of you want to throw a brick at the computer right now. You think a man should pursue you, and that's okay. But the wussification of men over the past 50 years has gone a long way in sapping the courage out of a lot of men. And with the Me Too movement of the past couple of years, it has made things even tougher for the good guys out there. Let me give you a hint, guys. If she's communicating with you, she's interested. Just ask her out. It's time to step up to the plate and develop some everyday courage. I know we don't read minds, but if you like her and she's talking to you, odds are in your favor that if you ask her out, she'll say yes. My suggested preference is that you ask her out in person. Second best is to make a phone call and ask her out. Texting her does feel safer because she can't say no directly to you. This is where everyday courage comes into play. So ask her out. This is where you just need to take a deep breath and make that call. We all have a million reasons not to call. What if she says no? What if she laughs at me? I'm just too busy right now to ask. She's talking to someone else and I don't want to interrupt her conversation. And on it goes. It only takes one reason to ask. I like her and I'd like to get to know her better. Ladies, you too can step out in everyday courage. As I mentioned earlier, you can ask the guy out or you can ask him to dance. Rather than wait for a guy to ask you out or to ask you to dance or whatever else you'd like to do, pick up the phone and ask. Or better yet, ask him in person. If you're somewhat shy, this can be a huge challenge for you. And let me assure you, I've been where you are. I still get nervous when I call a woman for the first time. But as soon as I do, my nerves settle down. Is every conversation going to go the way you'd like? Absolutely not. But it's how you learn. It's how you grow in your ability to talk to people you don't really know. Couples, you need courage, especially when it comes to having difficult adult conversations. What do I mean by adult conversations? Well, it's certainly not talking about sex, although that can be a very sensitive subject to talk about. I'm talking about the hard conversations that most people would rather avoid and not just talk about. It's about discussing anything that neither of you really want to talk about, whether it's about being monogamous, alcohol or drug issues, financial issues, living arrangements, marriage, or anything else you find difficult to discuss. It's about talking about the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to acknowledge there's an issue that's causing problems in your relationship. Yet, it's there. And the sooner you address it, the sooner you can resolve it. The key to great communication here is to keep the conversation positive and avoid using accusatory and global statements that include you always or you never. It can be especially helpful when you start a tough conversation with, I feel, and fill in the blank, when you do, fill in the blank. Or, I'd like to talk about, fill in the blank, and get your thoughts, feelings, ideas, and see if we can come to some arrangement or try to work this out. It's not easy to share your feelings and concerns with your mate. You're probably afraid of how they may react to what you have to say, especially if it's a sensitive subject. This is where you need to use your everyday courage. It's also where you need to use your good communication skills. To help make part of this process a little easier, next week I'll share some tips on the 5-second rule. It could have an amazing impact not only on your dating life, but on the rest of your life as well. I hope today's topic is helpful. Join me next week for a conversation about the 5-second rule. Now, please go to my Facebook page, Rick Sodebeer Relationship Coach, and click the like button so that you see my daily tips, insights, and inspirations in your newsfeed. Then join me on Facebook weekly for Monday Mastery live at 5, where I talk about whatever's happened over the weekend and how it applies to dating and relationships. Thanks for watching. Have a great and blessed day.